California wants car makers to make more electric cars, but, you know, the buyers aren't feeling the spark of that. We've got Mike Ramsey joining us now from Detroit to tell us about this. Mike, those electric cars, you know, it's the government wants it, the people don't.
You know, this is funny because California has really been doing this for 20 years. You know, the first time around was when we saw the EV1 from General Motors and the RAV4 electric SUV from Toyota. This is a kind of a repeat scenario. California is trying to solve an air pollution problem, a smog problem. And their way of doing it is by mandating that car makers not only sell these vehicles or offer them, that they require them to sell a certain amount of them, or they can hold the big hammer of saying, we won't let you sell vehicles in our state over their head. The problem, as you said, they're not that popular, even with big incentives, because the cars are still very expensive, have limited range, and take a long time to recharge.
Yeah, and those would seem to be big problems. And California already has very stringent emission standards on gasoline cars, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. They have stringent emission standards. They have high gasoline prices. And the state already has a very high percentage compared to the rest of the country of hybrid vehicles and high mileage vehicles. The state already, you know, it would probably attract a number of people to electric vehicles, you know, even if they weren't demanding it. But, you know, California has set, they basically want to get their air quality back to what it was pre-1990 by 2025. To do that, they've calculated that they have to have a certain number of zero emission vehicles on the road, and that this is their roadmap for doing it. Unfortunately, I just don't see how it's going to be possible when you're only selling a couple thousand of these vehicles a year now.
So what are the car companies going to have to do then? Are they just going to have to give these things away? I mean, if I run over to California over the long weekend, could I get one for free because they just have to, or $1 or something, and just like take it away?
Now, you know what, you're already seeing that car companies are discounting. I mean, I talked to a Toyota executive on background. He said, we're already losing money on the plug-in Prius. We have to incentivize it because we're competing with the Chevy Volt. And now here comes along Ford. They're coming out with another plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. And so whatever pool and market is there, and there is a market, it's being sliced, you know, 6, 7, 8 ways because every car maker has a certain requirement to hit. And now let's not forget Nissan, who really seems to be legitimately wanting to sell electric cars. They've got to compete against all these other people too. It almost makes it impossible for them to be a success because their niche is flooded with other people who have to get in that niche. So as far as pricing, yeah, pricing will have to come down. I mean, you just assume that it will come down. It must come down. So maybe it's good for the consumer, not so good for the car companies.
Definitely not for the car companies. Maybe I can trade my bicycle in for a Chevy Volt or something. We shall see. We've got to leave it there. Mike Ramsey of the Wall Street Journal joining us from Detroit. More on that story on WSJ.com.